Hi Pisces, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are well. This is a general reading for any sun, moon, or rising Pisces. We're going to take a look at the cards to get a sense of the awareness, guidance, and possible outcomes for the week. I will also sweeten the pot by pulling some oracle cards for more information. So let's get started with your reading. Okay, the first two cards I'm going to choose are for awareness of the week. Okay, awareness of the week is an awareness of family, family-related matters. And you can see the two icons here, arms around each other, the icon children dancing, and then the 10 cups in the sky, and the little house in the distance. This is a card of finding happiness and joy with your family, of having love in your life, of creating a committed family unit. And again, in any shape or form of how you define family. So this is feeling a part of a community. This is feeling all the love that is shared between a family or a family of friends, or within the community. So it's really makes life worth working hard for, is to be able to appreciate it with the family. So this is a card of family, which tells us that your awareness for the week could be family focused, family vacations, family celebrations, travel, parties, things to do, maybe things with the neighbors, or perhaps, but there's a sense here of enjoying and being very blessed and counting your blessings for what you have with respect to your family. So then we have the Four of Cups. And with cups, we're talking about Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we see the icon figure sitting underneath the tree, arms folded. And there is the cup in midair, and there are 3 cups in front. Often we think of this card as a card of feeling stagnant or stuck or dissatisfied. And one needs to take some time to think about what's going on. So there could be things that perhaps you need to think about with respect to your family, that you need some time alone to consider, to contemplate matters that are affecting the family unit, the children, the partner, the brother or sister perhaps. So the Four of Cups can suggest that you're taking a time out. You're putting yourself in a place where you have the opportunity to think about things. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just that sometimes when you're in this really thinking mode, you might miss opportunities, you might miss information that's being presented to you. So that's something that you have to think about. It's wonderful to have a time out and to be able to reflect and to really think about, am I happy? Does this do it for me? But to stay there for a long time is going to be counterproductive, because then it becomes into a malaise, something where it's not going to benefit you. Sometimes solitude and thinking is really helpful. If it lingers too much, then it may not be that helpful. So now let's choose 2 cards for guidance. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Hierophant, Major Arcana. So with the Ace of Wands, aces are gifts or blessings from the universe. So this is a big, powerful wand. And With the Ace of Wands, the universe is telling you to use your personal power and to take action, to do something, to create something, to be inspired, to take your inspirations and run with them. And this can help you find happiness. This may be a matter of you feel stagnant, you feel a little bored with what's going on with your life, and you need something to bring you back to a place of doing something that really makes you happy. So the Ace of Wands gives you this inspiration and this jolt to go do so. You have to figure out what it is that you want to do, and you have to make the moves. It's not going to be done for you. You have to make the call, set up the classes, get out with the meetup group. If you want to learn how to do photography and that's your passion, then it's to be with maybe with other photographers, or if you're interested in photographing wildlife, then go to the zoo or go to places where you're going to be able to do so. So it's a matter of taking action on your enthusiasms and your passions. So then with the Hierophant, the Hierophant is, this icon represents the traditions and the conventions that we have in society. We kind of go down certain paths. We walk a certain way because maybe we've been told or been educated, to do so. And so often we follow a group collective, a group thinking. So sometimes the Hierophant suggests that you're thinking and dealing with issues of following the path that might be expected. Maybe your passions don't necessarily follow the traditional route. And so the Hierophant can be someone who is a mentor, either a religious mentor, a professor, a boss, someone who has the experience and the knowledge. But it's going to advise you from a place of within the structure of society and of the group. So whether it's, the architect association or the lawyer association, you're going to get that conventional thinking. So you really have to think about, what guidance is to you is to think about, does your passion and taking the action to follow your passions, is it going to take you down the typical path, or are you going to be weaving off this path? And so you may have to deal with that of not necessarily following whatever the expectations of what people may think. So now let's choose 2 cards for possible outcome. Okay, so possible outcome, we have the 8 of Cups. Again, water sign, we're dealing with emotions, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we see the figure here walking away with the moon out, leaving behind the 8 cups. So this can suggest that following your passions with the Ace of Wands is going to require you to leave a situation behind that has not been fulfilling. Maybe that's a conventional setting or a career or relationship that isn't doing it for you, but you feel that you have to leave it in order to find the satisfaction or the happiness within your life. Now, literal level, this could suggest that maybe you're going away to think about things. Again, some more contemplation, some more thinking. There's a sense here of stagnation, discontent, and needing some time to think about things. Maybe if you go away and think about things, you'll be able to come back. But it could represent leaving, an expected path for you as you're pursuing as you're pursuing your passions and your enthusiasms. And, your decisions and how you pursue have impact on the family. So then we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is a card of giving and receiving. When you are in a position to be of service, to help others. When you are in need, to ask. So I get a sense here of this is asking for support, of perhaps needing support. So the support could be self-guided with soul searching and contemplation. It could be support from someone who can guide you through some of the things that you're thinking about. If you need support, ask for support. If you're in a position to help others, then help others, because what we learn in life is that we're going to be at both ends. We're going to be on our knees at one point in our life and in the position of being able to help others. Let's get more information from the oracle cards, and we'll get a sense of focus area or meditation point for the week. Cosmic Gateway. That's a pretty interesting illustration. Horus. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Miraculous changes are occurring. So you are the master of change, with your self-awareness and knowledge and perhaps support from others, that you can make changes occur. Now I'm going to choose a card for emotional self or spiritual self. Animal kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open up your heart and soul. Animal kingdom. So take solace in your pets if you have pets. Look for the messages for nature outside that you see on your walks. The deer, squirrels, birds, and take it all in. It's a part of nature and of our life, and there is great comfort to be found from the animal kingdom. And finally, let's choose a card for love. Harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So finding connection and balance and the harmony in relationships with people and animals, it's important. And, if you feel out of balance, then you really have to do what you need to do in order to restore it. And if that means taking the time away from others in order to come back in a stronger position, then that's a good thing. This is what I have for you for the week. I hope that you found something helpful here. And if you did, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like, share, or comment. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.